Okay, so check this out. After the Battle of New York, the city's wrecked, buildings toasted. Tony Stark and the government are like, yeah, we need a cleanup crew. So they make this thing called damage control. And guess who gets absolutely screwed by that? Adrian Toomes. Dude runs a salvage company. Finally about to cash in. And then this government chick's like, we'll take care of all salvage operation now. Toomes is like, oh, really? Immediately throws hands. Like, that's gonna fix federal contracts. But nah, dude's out of business, but they got some alien tech. Crew's like, we could have made cool stuff from this junk. So he tells his crew, let's keep it. Fast forward 8 years. These dudes are now straight up arms dealers selling alien tech on the streets. Toomes builds himself a winged jetpack suit and turns into a flying bird demon. Now cut to Peter Parker, kid's back from Germany, vlogging his whole airport fight like it's YouTube content. Tony lets him keep the suit, but says, we'll call you. Opens the door and my man thought he's hugging him. Awkward. So Peter goes back to school. Here comes his best friend Ned, attending classes, making web fluid. All over this chick named Liz. He quits his academic decathlon because he's too busy being Spider-Man. Then Peter busts some dudes robbing an ATM using alien tech while dressed like the Avengers. Cool moment, until the weapon misfires and blasts a grocery store. Yikes. He sneaks back home, but oh no, Ned sees him unmasked. Ned's like, bro, if you're Spider-Man. Now Peter can't get a second apiece because Ned's asking questions nonstop. Next day at school, Ned almost blows his cover in gym class like Peter knows Spidey. Then Peter gets invited to Liz's party, and Flash is like, hey Peter, where's your pal Spider-Man? Peter's all pissed, sneaks off to change, and saw blasting nearby. Turns out Toomes' crew is selling alien weapons to this dude Aaron Davis. Peter tries to stop it, gets sucker punched, chases them. They call Toomes, and here comes Vulture. Dude grabs Spidey, drops him into a river, and Peter almost drowns until Tony Stark swoops like, I told you not to do this. Just be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Meanwhile, Toomes kills his shocker guy because he kind of blackmailed him, then hands the gear to the other dude like, congrats, you're shocker now. Peter grabs the dropped alien weapon and teams up with Ned to crack it open. Surprise, it's unstable. The tracking device leads the bad guy straight to Peter's school. Chaos. Peter barely escapes, slaps his own tracker on Shocker, finds out they're headed to Maryland, rejoins the decathlon, and heads to Washington, D.C. Happy Hogan's secretly tracking him, so Peter disables that and unlocks his suit's full features with Ned's help, including the AI assistant. Peter tries to stop Toomes from jacking a damage control truck. Goes in all confident and immediately gets wrecked. Dude gets trapped inside the truck and dragged straight into a damage control warehouse. While stuck, he's just clicking through his suit features like, oh, web wings, grenades, awesome. He names the AI Karen, misses a big decathlon competition, then overrides the warehouse gate and sprints off. Turns out that alien energy core they stole, it's basically a bomb. Then things go real bad. The core explodes inside the Washington Monument with Ned and the whole class stuck in an elevator. Peter goes full hero mode, swings up, webs everything, saves everyone literally seconds before they fall to their deaths. Class survives. Liz impressed. Karen's like, now is a good time to kiss her, but the web broke and he falls down. My man can't catch a break. Back in New York, Peter tracked down Aaron Davis and learns there's a big weapons deal going down at the Staten Island ferry. He pulls up in full detective mode, gets a call from Tony Stark, and just straight up ignores it. Like, bad move. So he jumps on their deal, big fight breaks out. Peter captures the buyer, messes up an FBI sting, and then boom, Vulture bursts out and starts shooting Pete with his alien weapon. Peter's dodging webbing, but accidentally slices the ferry in half. Vulture escapes. Everyone's screaming water everywhere. Peter tries to web the ferry together, but the webbing starts snapping and he's barely holding on. Then Tony Stark shows up like, hi Spider-Man, saves everyone, fixes the ferry, and gives Peter the ultimate disappointed dad look. He's like, kid, you almost killed yourself in a boat full of New Yorkers. That's not heroic, that's reckless. Then he's like, give me the suit. Devastating, suit gone. Internship basically canceled. Peter's heart shattered. So he's like, fine, I'll just be a normal kid. Tries to quit Spider-Man, focus on school, and finally asks Liz to homecoming. My man's trying to be regular for once. Meanwhile, Toomes' crew hears Stark's involved and they're like, yeah, we're out, too much heat. But Toomes, he's stubborn. With most of the alien tech gone, he's like, all right, one last job, big score, then we're done forever. Homecoming night arrives. Peter shows up at Liz's house to pick her up, trying to be smooth. Door opens, and bam, Liz's dad is Adrian freaking Toomes, the Vulture. Peter's soul leaves his body. He barely keeps it together, but in the car ride, Toomes puts the pieces together. Like, you disappear every time Spider-Man shows up? Click, he knows. Drops Liz off, turns to Peter real calm and says, I'll give you one chance because you saved my daughter. But if you interfere again, I will kill you. Ouch. At the dance, Peter apologizes to Liz like, I'm sorry, I gotta go. Ditches homecoming, throws on his homemade hoodie Spider-Man suit, and runs toward danger. Shocker jumps on him, like, he gave you a choice, kicks his butt. Ned pulls a clutch web assist, and they take him down. Peter steals Flash's car, immediately crashes it. Dude gotta learn to drive. Then he tries to contact Happy, but he's busy moving. Peter's like, oh no, he's gonna rob Mr. Stark. Then Peter tries to confront Toomes, who's like, I was just stalling. Then boom, dude collapses the building and leaves Peter buried under rubble. And this is the moment. Peter's trapped, crying, doubting himself. Then remember Tony's, if you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it. My man finds his strength, lifts the rubble, and gets back in the game. Now he's tailing Vulture. Toomes hijacks the plane. Then he sees Peter, and it's a final showdown. They're fighting mid-air, engines exploding, chaos everywhere. Peter manages to steer toward Coney Island, and boom, plane crashes hard, all wrecked. Vulture and Spidey throw hands one last time. Peter's getting tossed around, barely hanging on. Vulture's suit starts malfunctioning, all sparking and stuff. It sounds like a busted lawnmower in the sky. He's trying to escape, but the suit's dead. Just straight up powers down mid-flight. Peter, he saves his life and leaves him webbed up for the cops. All friendly neighborhood hero, no tech needed. After all that, Liz is moving away, and Michelle becomes the new Catherine president like, by the way, my friends call me MJ. Then Happy Hogan calls Peter like, yo, come to New Avengers HQ. And Tony's there all proud like, I think with a little more mentoring, you'd be a real asset to the team. Offers him an even crazier suit. Like, suit up, I'll introduce the world to our newest member. And Peter's like, thank you, Mr. Stark. I want to stay small. Friendly neighborhood, you know? Tony's like, last chance. Yes or no? Peter's like, no. Then Pete's like, that was a test, right? Tony like, yes. Now get out of here. Then Pepper's like, the reporters are waiting. Happy's like, what are we gonna do? And Tony goes to propose to Pepper. Peter goes home, finds a Stark suit waiting for him anyway, puts on all excited, and then Aunt May standing right behind him like, what the? Mid-credits, Gargan's in prison talking to Toomes like, yo, tell me who Spider-Man is so we can get revenge. And Toomes, dude shockingly keeps his mouth shut. Respect. End credits, Captain America shows up in one of those school PSAs about patience, talking forever, then sighs and goes, how many of these? Man, even Cap can't do this all day. Wow, so that's it, but don't ghost me, okay? So now's the time, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And you have subscribed, right? Right?